All right, welcome back to a new series called High School Let's Get to Know. I'm Casey Campbell. Um, and Great Lakes Post is starting a new series just getting to know high schoolers on and off the field. And joining me right now is Grand Blanc Football's Nathan Lynch. How's it going, my man?
Good. How are you?
Hanging in there. Before we get to the bunch of fun questions, just talk about what's been going on with you the past few months.
The past few months, it's honestly been a lot of sports. Baseball kicked back up about mid-June, so I got back into that. That just got finished, and obviously football started early July. So I've been pretty busy with sports, and also college application, coming up soon. So I've kept busy throughout the summer.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this, man. Um, so what's something that outside of football, baseball, what would you be doing?
Oh, really outside of my sports, um, there's not a lot to me, honestly, just outside of sports. I try to keep up with my schoolwork as much as possible, get good grades. But honestly, besides that, it's a lot of video games. I love playing video games, especially like Madden, 2K. I love those. I love to work out, even though that kind of goes hand in hand with sports. But those are basically the two main things I like to do outside of football and baseball.
What's something that you would never do?
Something I never do, probably swim with sharks. I'm not a big fan of sharks. I don't like the idea. I don't really like the ocean a ton. So I'm not a big fan of being in the ocean at all. So I definitely would never swim with sharks.
Yeah. Um, your favorite all time TV show, movie?
Oh, favorite movie is got to be Remember the Titans. I love that movie. Just the team coming together and everything. It's a great team building movie. Very very um, gosh, I can't think of it. Motivational. Um, favorite TV show. I don't watch a ton of TV shows.
Flicks, anything like that?
Mm, I guess I'd have to probably say Friends. That's probably my favorite TV show. Kind of a classic. So I watch that pretty,
Nice.
occasionally.
Favorite candy?
Favorite can Oh, I gotta go with the watermelon Sour Patch Kids. I love those. I will get a whole bag of those and eat them in 10 minutes. Favorite by far.
Nice. Um, Go-to place for food? Anywhere you go with like teammates, baseball, football?
There's a lot of just generic places, a lot of franchises in Grand Blanc, but I'd probably say my favorite place to go, and it's kind of fast food, but not really. It's Big John's. I love a good steak and onion or steak and cheese. I mean, that's honestly probably the best place to go right around Grand Blanc.
I was in Grant Blanc all weekend last week for the Ally Challenge, and I'm like, dang, there's so much here. And plus, the
Yep.
entire town was like under construction for some strange reason. So,
Yeah, there's been a ton of road work going on. I don't know if there was like a something passed in City Hall or something, but there's been
well,
a
there,
ton of construction work all over the place.
yeah, there were. Did you know that there was a major golf tournament happening in your city?
I I honestly didn't know. I forgot about the Ally Challenge completely. Usually it's like a big thing for us because the football team does like parking at the high school and stuff, but because of COVID, we didn't do that, so I totally forgot about it.
Yeah. There was. I'm like, I was there, and it was like there were no fans there, and
Yeah,
uh, it definitely was different.
yeah, it's
I
crazy.
remember being there last year, and that place was packed, and
Oh yeah, for
there
sure.
was no fans, and it did feel a little weird, but
Yeah,
yeah. But congrats to Jim Furyk for winning the Ally Challenge, by the way. So, um, Yeah, hopefully you guys can get back out there and do. I mean, you won't get the opportunity to, but you know, you never know. You may still go. I think it's the last
Yeah.
week of August.
Yeah.
So yeah. Have you been watching the baseball, basketball, hockey since it's been back?
I my brother, he plays hockey, so I've been watching a little bit of that, but I'm a huge NBA guy, so I've been watching a ton of that. I've been watching the restart completely. So I love NBA basketball. I don't watch as much MLB because I don't really like how slow paced it is. So I haven't watched a ton of that. I've watched a couple of Tigers games, but besides that, I haven't really watched any baseball. It's been a lot of basketball for me.
You see, you know, one of the things a lot of people notice with you is you always have those headphones in.
Yeah.
They're kind of unique. What are they?
They're called the Beats Power Beats. They're just like a wireless. They're kind of like the AirPods, but they're Beats. I'm always wearing them at school, at home. Yeah, you'll rarely find me without them. I'm always listening to music or watching videos or highlights or whatever I can find, and I always have them in.
Yeah. What's Do you have any pets?
I don't have any pets. I think the most pets I've had is a couple of goldfish. That's about it. My brother has asthma, and my dad's allergic to cats, so we don't really have a lot of pets around here.
I see. I see. Um, hmm. Is there anything that you would want to try? Like something you have always wanted to do and never got a chance to do it?
Mm. I feel like it'd be fun to skydive. Honestly, I don't know how many times I do it, but I feel like to give it a try, either that or maybe like bungee jumping. I feel like one of those to give a try for at least one time would be pretty fun.
Nice. Do you have a go-to playlist, go-to songs?
Um, I have my own playlist. Lately I haven't. I like the Polo G album that came out a couple of months ago. Um, I'm a huge fan of like Lil Baby, Uzi. I like the Baby, a lot of those guys. I'm trying to think. I've been listening. There was a new album that came out. I can't think of who it was by though for some reason. But yeah, a lot. I listen to a lot of hip hop, rap.
Nice. Um, hmm. So what is if you, what's been your favorite memory from either football or baseball?
Favorite
This could be
memory
from
from.
any.
Oh, that's tough. Favorite memory from football would probably be. Oh, I'm trying to think. That's tough. I'd probably have to say, honestly, it's a long time ago, but back in middle school, we had like a really competitive game with Linden. It was like seventh grade or something like that, and it came down to the wire. And at the time, I was playing quarterback, and I had to like lead the game-winning drive down the field, and we scored with like 10 seconds left in the game. It was honestly, it was so much fun, and that's probably my best football. It was like such a crazy moment for me. Baseball wise, um, there hasn't been a ton of crazy moments for baseball. Um, I would say last year it was pretty cool. We our school we won the districts, and so I was there for that. That was pretty cool. And then I got pulled up for regionals, and unfortunately we lost. But it was just a cool experience to be with all the varsity guys and spend time up there and watch that game.
Yeah. Um, if there is what what's been the biggest thing that you've done since the pandemic shut everything down? Did you like do anything
The biggest thing I've done. Oh,
like did you do any home projects or anything like that, or
mm,
try something new, or
I haven't really done. We don't have a lot of stuff like home project stuff to do. So honestly, really what I did most over quarantine was just work out and play a lot of video games. It was just that was most of my day was finish my schoolwork I'd probably work out 2, sometimes even 3 times a day, and then I just play a lot of video games.
Yeah. Um, what's your favorite all-time video game?
Favorite? Oh, all time. Oh, geez. Eh, Put me on the spot with that one. Oh, I'm a huge Madden guy, so for me, it might be Madden 16 or 17. I loved both of those games. There was just like it wasn't too like computerized. It was a lot of like just have fun. A lot of crazy stuff would happen in that game. It wasn't too realistic at all. So I thought those games were pretty fun.
Yeah. What is your mental routine when preparing for a game?
Mental routine is before a game is honestly we get there about I want to say about 3 hours before game time. So it's a lot of, again, like I said, I always have these headphones in. So I've got that playlist going for, right up about until game time, until we take the field. It's just, take a lot of time to myself. I just think about what I got to do. I go over plays through my wrist grip, figure out what I'm doing on each play, and just try and get focused as much as possible. Usually we have a meeting before games, offensive and defensive meetings, just to go over what the game plan is. And then lastly, right before we take the field, I usually pray. I have I have this necklace my grandpa gave me. You can't really see it. It's a cross though.
Yeah.
And I always pray before every game.
Nice, man. What is the biggest thing that you're looking forward to this season?
This season, honestly, I'm just excited to get one last, to quote the Michael Jordan thing, one last dance with all my teammates, all my brothers. They've become my family over the years, and so I'm just excited to get one last shot to lay it all on the field with them.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Nathan. Thank you so much, my man, and pleasure taking this time for us to get to know a little bit more about you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.